Caged Aggression 18 rolls along. Making his way to the Caged Aggression octagon right now is Brynn Heathcock, 5'9", 135 pounds, fighting out of Decatur, Illinois, and Skywalker Sports Complex. His amateur record is 3 wins and 1 loss.
I've seen Brynn Heathcock fight here once before for Caged Aggression, and his hands were pretty legit. He had some good, crisp boxing and came out and he threw good combinations.
Yeah, talking to him before the fight, he said that his last fight that he had, that he lost, he sort of left things to the judges, and he said that he was determined to not let that happen this go-around. So I'm expecting him to come out looking for a finish in this fight if he's able to get it. As you said, making his way to the Caged Aggression octagon is Mark Kilburg, 5'6", 135 pounds, fighting out of Clinton, Iowa, and Lions Taekwondo and kickboxing. He also said that this was going to be his final match.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Bantamweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 131 pounds. He trains at Skywalker Sports Complex. Joining us from Decatur, Illinois, Brynn the Jedi Heathcock. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 134 pounds. He trains with Lions Taekwondo and kickboxing. Joining us from Clinton, Iowa, Mark Kilburg.
Your referee for tonight's action is Bruce Allen. Heathcock is fighting out of the red corner and Kilburg out of the blue corner. Jordan, JD, and Matt are rocking the mics. Let's watch some fights.
Tell you what, Heathcock, I mean, when he came into the cage, it looked like he had some quick hands and some explosive knees, so we'll see.
He does. The hands are ferocious. I've seen them.
Switching stances.
One.
Feint by Kilburg.
Yeah, both guys looking to fill each other out early on.
Just trying to see how Brynn's going to react. Both guys still feeling it out. Neither one risking to engage at the moment.
I kind of like these fights, man, where you know both guys can fight, both guys feeling each other out. It's just a matter of time before somebody explodes.
Yeah, it's usually a few shots that land and it's either over or somebody's in a bad position.
Move it. Down the ball.
You'd think, by the way Mark's moving, that he's looking to get in on the legs of Heathcock and get him to the ground. But that could be, you know, a little smoke and mirror action. He could be looking to go up top and overhand or just, you know, nail some damage.
I'm telling you, not only does Mark look like Ronnie Britt, but they fight a similar style. I'm not kidding. These two are twins.
Come on, you got.
Yeah, nothing that Heathcock is throwing right now looks to be phasing Kilburg at all.
No, those are just touching the outside of the leg. Not a lot of power on them. Scoring points, I suppose, but no damage. And a big shot by Kilburg. Just kind of ducks his head, bull rushes in there. He pulled the knee. Very respectable by Mark Kilburg. Knees to the head for amateurs is not acceptable.
Nice kick, good switch.
And a couple hard leg kicks.
Like to see Mark use that front kick or that teep kick that he's kind of been feinting with a little bit.
Yeah, if he would throw it, it might land. You know, it's definitely not going to land by pulling it back. It's like, you know, used to say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Definitely going to make Heathcock second guess himself about coming in too.
Yeah.
Both guys showing a lot of respect.
Yeah, as the first round comes to an end, not a lot of action. but I expect that to pick up in the second round. First round, can, get the jitters out. Second round, you get going.
There we go with the end of round one. I would say early on, it definitely looks like Kilburg is the stronger fighter.
Yeah.
It's going to be a determination whether he's going to decide to sort of turn up the activity and try to force the pace in the second round.
You'd be in a tough spot being a judge for that first round. I'd have to give it to Heathcock just for activity.
It's one of the tough things and why I do not envy anyone who is a judge for MMA, because there's so many subjective things that you can decide to give points for. You give for takedowns, strikes, pace. I mean, there's just so many things you would get lost trying to figure out how someone's able to win. So I don't envy those guys at all, especially trying to judge a first round like that one.
Yeah, the first criteria that it's judged on would be effective striking, and so then from there on you go down the list, and that's how you'd score out your round, from effective striking all the way down to cage control. And it's not an easy job for those guys out there, and a lot of times they get scrutinized, but I don't think people understand you can't see the whole fight exactly from where you're sitting, and there's a lot of factors that play into that. But second round underway here at Cage Aggression 18, next level. Brynn Heathcock in the red, Mark Kilburg in the blue.
It's tough to say that somebody won that first round, but I'd agree with Jordan that just based on activity, Heathcock probably took round one. But
if Kilburg maybe would have got a little more time on the ground after the takedown, secured it a little bit better, maybe he could have squeaked it out, but I don't think that was enough to score really per se.
I think Kilburg's going to have to let go of those kicks, stop pulling them back, stop feinting so much, and start letting go if he wants to win this fight.
Yeah, a big thing in striking is just committing, is just believing in yourself to land the combination, and it just seems like he's unsure whether or not he wants to throw it, and if he'd just throw it, it'd probably get out there and touch something.
Either throw first or immediately return something when Heathcock throws something at him.
Kilburg might surprise himself if he puts a combination together instead of throwing just singles out there. But it's obvious what his game plan is.
Heathcock, good head movement, got off the cage.
Oh, there's a little gentleman's agreement from Kilburg saying, let's go.
Oh, he's got to throw that kick. I think he's in range. He just has to let it go. There we go. I almost feel like Kilburg is almost following and not cutting him off.
Yeah. He's not using too many angles. He just keeps waiting in the same path that Brynn's taken, and he needs to cut him off, get him to the cage and get his takedown, or at least keep him there to get into his striking range. As I say that, Heathcock lands a head kick to the neck area.
He's doing a great job of fighting off those takedowns.
Yeah, that's about the third one that Heathcock has been able to stuff so far.
Yeah, and you start to take a fighter's confidence away. If he can't land his bread and butter, then it's like, what do I have next? What do I use to beat this guy? I think Kilburg's having success though on his feet if he would let more punches come off the end instead of just singles.
Yeah, I agree completely, Jordan. I feel like he's had a lot more success this round, or at least let more go.
And a high kick landed, caught by Heathcock, not a lot of damage. Tells him, come on.
And there we have the end of round two.
That round actually picked up a lot but more than the first one. Both fighters looking to land shots of their own. Kilburg obviously looking to secure the takedown. Had some trouble. And third round, I think, probably pick up a little bit more from what the second round was.
And with us being so close right here, you can see that Heathcock had a little bit of a limp right now, and also his left foot is pretty swollen. towards the top. So,
it is.
yeah, I'm wondering if he might have got a little bit of an injury going in for one of those leg kicks that he had.
Yeah, he could have caught a knee or a hip of Kilburg, and bone-on-bone contact is painful.
All right, Jordan, you got Heathcock round 1. Who'd you have round 2? I really don't know.
That second one was probably closer than the first one, and the first one was pretty close. I would almost split it 1-1. Kilburg landed some hard, heavy shots. He put some combinations together, and he seemed to kind of stalk Heathcock, around the cage. Good fight, though. It's competitive.
Here we go, round 3.
This being the final round of Kilburg's career.
I wonder what's going through his mind right now. He probably has to know that he's down, so he's going to have to turn it up a little bit more and really go for it. Why not leave it all in the octagon?
Yeah, he landed that overhand a couple times in the second round, and I imagine that he's going to look to capitalize on that again.
Nice left there by Kilburg.
I got a feeling that if Kilburg doesn't win this fight or finish with the performance he's looking for, that you're going to see him in the cage one more time.
He's putting on a pretty good performance.
There we go.
And it's definitely not something where you think that he doesn't have the ability. He obviously has that.
Yeah, I've seen.
Just like to see him turn up the action a little bit.
I've seen kids.
Yep.
I've seen kids 20 years younger than him not get in there and even a shot to the groin. Kids
Big
20
shot
years
to the groin.
younger than him get in there and not even put forth as much effort as Mark Kilburg.
I'll tell you
does
what,
right
man,
now.
he's pushing the pace for sure. I feel like Heathcock's the one he's having to move around the cage and avoid.
Now, I know the rules here. You get 5 minutes to get yourself together, and I'm not a fighter. Never been in the octagon. Have not taken a shot like that, and both of you guys have been in there and probably have taken those shots. Is 5 minutes enough time to really recover from that?
Yeah, it just depends.
I guess it is with that action. Can we give an award for that?
Best dance of the night, Mark Kilburg. Here we go. He's ready to rock, baby. Let's go.
That was worth the price of admission right there. Now, if you're dancing after that shot, I'm going to need you to turn it up for these last few minutes.
If this were a dance contest, Kilburg would definitely have won, but this is a fight, and he's still got one on his hands.
Nice kick.
He's out. Oh, get him. Come on, Brynn, two hands up.
Little jab landed.
Kilburg keeps nodding at him like, come on.
That's 2 takedowns. I thought he could have finished, but he just kind of quit on him. Oh, good left hook. Kilburg with the good left hook. Good kick.
High kick.
Yeah, Kilburg definitely has to know this is it. He's trying to let everything go right now.
And a shot attempt by Heathcock might land him in trouble here.
Nice strength there by Heathcock throwing Kilburg against the cage.
I'll tell you what, I'm a fan of both of these guys.
Yeah, this is a fun fight to watch. Both guys seem to always try to assert their dominance. It's a lot of back and forth. It's Kilburg and then a little Heathcock and then good action all around.
Good head
Good
movement.
head movement, yeah.
Looks like he's trying to fake that takedown and throw one over the top, but he's kind of a little too wild with it for it to land.
Kilburg really letting it all fly right now.
There we go.
Heathcock as well. Last 10 seconds.
Oh, keep going. 10 seconds.
And I thought the fight was over. It was the 10-second time. Go, guys.
That was a fun fight.
Now you can hug.
There it is. They were both so relieved to hear that noise, they kind of just lost where they was at for a moment.
Good fight. I do not know who won. Who do you have, Jordan? JD?
Oh man, if I had to call it, I think I'd call it for Heathcock.
I'll give it to Kilburg, 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, ridiculously hard to call. Really cool to see Kilburg in his what he said is going to be his final fight. Really leave it all in the cage like he did.
I'd like to see both these guys back.
Yeah, can we get a rematch, Mike Goodwin? I know you're listening.
And think about changing my profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for this decision. Judge number 3 scores this contest 29-28, Kilburg. Judge number 2 scores it 29-28, Heathcock. And judge number 1 scores it 29-28, declaring your winner by split decision, Mark Kilburg.
That's the decision, folks. Split down the middle. Mark Kilburg edges out the victory over Brynn Heathcock.
Has to be pretty nice for him to walk out of this Caged Aggression Octagon a winner on his final fight.
Better on top than on bottom. And that's kind of how I seen it too. Him being a hometown guy, kind of the story behind it. Heathcock left it in the judges' hands, and unfortunately it didn't work out in his favor, but good performance by both guys. And I'm sure we'll see at least one of them back.
Hey, Mark. All right, we're going to have a few words here with our winner, Mark Kilburg. Mark, great showing. First one in how long now?
5 years.
5 years, ladies and gentlemen. Great showing. Came in here, put on a good show against a great striker in Brynn Heathcock. Anything that you want to add to that?
Yeah, I see I have so many people to thank, but I want to thank Brynn. It's a win-lose fighting an old guy. If you beat an old guy, you beat an old guy. If you lose, you got beat by an old guy. So I really appreciate him stepping up and doing that. Hell of a tough kid, man. That was a fun fight. And I want to thank everybody, my friends, my family, all my training partners. I cannot tell you how many people got behind me to get ready for this. And I don't know what to say. I'm so thankful.
Now, that was the first one in 5 years. First time back in the cage competing in 5 years. We know you had a lot of fun doing it. Any plans moving forward to compete again? Let us know what's going on, Mark.
No, sir. Win, lose, or draw. This was my swan song. So I'm riding off into the sunset. And the journey for this was just incredible.
Well, we know you got a lot to pass on, and we know you got a great stable of fighters that you help coach. So we're looking forward to seeing more of that in the future.
Yeah. Again, thanks, everybody. There's no way I was going to lose with my kids, and my family, and my loved ones. My girlfriend's here all the way from Texas. So that's that. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time and one last time for your winner, Mark Kilburg.